London, second biggest city in Europe with nearly 9 million people living in UK's capital. Besides being the biggest cultural and business centre, is the heart of British migrant population. Around 36% of people living in the UK who were born abroad live in the capital city, which translates to around 3.2 million immigrants in total. Similarly, around 38% of people living in London were born outside the UK, compared with 14% for the UK as a whole. The only migrant group that is larger by nationality than by a country of birth are migrants from the 8 accession countries that joined the EU in May 2004. As of 2016, Poland is the biggest nation of immigrants with almost 1 million Polish nationals living in UK and second biggest in London with around 180,000 people. Considering the fact that there was only 69 Polish citizens in 2004 and over 1 million now, Polish community had and still has a great impact on British culture. Polish shop or Polski sklep have already become a big part of Britain's and London's everyday scenery. Polish dumplings, pierogi in Polish, Polish sausage, polska kiełbasa, or kabanos have found a place on Tesco shelves in specifically designed Polish food sections. Although Polish food has changed the face of British supermarkets, it is the people that have greatly contributed to the economy. For over a decade, Polish people have built names for themselves as being the hard-working migrant group. Unfortunately, the 2004 wave brought a rather negative element. British media helped perpetuate a common stereotype of a Polish plumber or a builder, a cheap labour group with often no English skills and no high education. These people assembled a rather negative image of Polish immigrants living in the UK. First wave of Polish immigrants came to England to live a quality life and look for better jobs. They were mainly looking for a better place to live. Now the reasons behind why Polish citizens come to the UK are different. Most of young people come here to study.
I came to London 5 years ago almost. I came here because I fell in love. I met someone in Berlin and I moved here.
I came to UK 4 years ago and I came here to study at Middlesex University, and I study International Tourism Management, and that's my final year, and I'm about to graduate in June.
I came to England 5 years ago. Basically, my initial intention was to study psychology, which I finally did.
I came to England, to London 3 years ago, without any plan. It was a spontaneous decision. I came here and I started to work as barista in one of the coffee shops in Wimbledon. And after some time, after 2 years, I realized I would like to start university.
I came to England 3.5 years ago to study at Middlesex University. At the beginning, I didn't want to really look for a job. I wanted to focus on my uni because my course was International Tourism and Marketing Management. So I just graduated last July, and currently I'm trying to find a job after university to focus on my career in future.
I've asked Polish students at Middlesex University in London what they think about the stereotype and how this affects their life in London.
So I definitely agree with the stereotype about the builders in England. You kind of have this image about a person that just hangs out with like other Polish people. They usually don't speak English as well. And I think because they gave us a bad image, right now we have to like work harder to prove people that we're not just labor work, cheap labor work that comes here to do that, but also to study and to build up our careers and businesses and grow in the country.
I'm aware that over 75% of Polish people who come to this country usually come just to earn money. Sometimes they send it to their families and friends in Poland. However, I believe that it might have led to creation of some kind of stereotype towards us, that we are usually coming to England as laborers.
Because of the existing stereotype, Polish students have to brace themselves and be resistant to the common belief. How do you feel being asked where they're from? Do they feel ashamed of being Polish, or rather opposite? They are proud of who they are.
In most situations, people change their attitudes towards me. Sometimes I just skip the part that I'm from Poland and they would never know. So they would treat me equally as the rest of the people in here.
Once I said I'm from Poland, I could see different looks. I had to work out the opinion in the other way, which wasn't really complicated because they already understood I'm a normal guy.
Honestly speaking, I've never encountered any hate towards me as a Polish person whenever I mention that I am Polish. Most of the time I actually encounter contrary behavior. People tend to perceive Polish people as hard workers and basically good people, reliable.
I believe it depends on your own approach, how you approach people. And if you feel bad about where you come from, then people will pick up on it and they will use it and they will feed on it. But if you are proud of who you are, then you can just share your differences and it doesn't have to be an obstacle.
Although their voices are divided, more students feel like the old stereotype about Polish people in the UK is changing or have already changed.
The young people who decided to move into London, they came here for the other reasons. They came here to release their dreams, they came here for a better education, they came here to meet the people from other countries, but we still struggle with the opinion of this first group. They basically worked out our opinion, so within few years, that opinion went a bit lower.
I got a lot of friends from UK, British friends, and from different generations actually. People in my age or some older people, and those people are always saying that they've got a lot of Polish friends because our population is pretty big here, and they are so friendly, and the typical stereotype of Polish person doesn't exist for me.
I know that there's a big stereotype about Polish people, that they are workers, but I think I found out that British people really like Polish people. They like how they work. They think that they are actually hardworking, and there's a lot of successful Polish people working in different industries in England. I never found out any British person saying that if I'm from Poland, then I'm I can be less qualified. I think actually they know that we are studying a lot and we are working hard, and they are very proud of it.
Regarding this stereotype of a Polish builder in UK, I believe it's changing very much. Like, my generation is the first one that came here to study, to really sink in the culture, and it's not just people who are looking for work. It's people who just want to be a part of this new multicultural world.
Although Polish people still have labels and stereotypes pinned to them, the new generation of Polish students living in London is changing the negative image of Polish nationals in the United Kingdom. Seeing examples of Polish people that did not come to England to be cheap manual workers but to gain education and give their acquired knowledge back to the English economy shows how much Polish community has changed over the past decade. Will we see more Polish shops on London streets, more Polish cuisine in restaurants, or rather we will have a wave of people deciding to go back to Poland and leave UK? Or will there be more people to come before Great Britain leave the European Union for good next year in March, and an easy flow and access to this beautiful island will finish forever?